Hello and welcome to ÀṣọEl-emet Academy. If you've always wanted to learn how to sew but didn't know where to begin, you are in the right place. This course is designed for complete beginners. You don't need any sewing experience and you don't need to know fashion design before starting. By the end of this course, you understand the foundations of sewing step by step and gain the confidence to begin making garments. Before we touch a sewing machine, right, I want to explain how this course works. Sewing is a practical skill like we all know, just like learning to read or drive. It's best learned one step at a time. That's why this academy will be following a structured path. What does that mean? It means each lesson builds on the previous one. So I encourage you to watch them in order and practice before moving ahead. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Every skilled sewist or tailor started as a beginner. Progress comes from practice, not perfection. So, what do you need to start? First off, you need a tape measure, right? This is a tape measure. It's one of the most important tools in sewing because accurate measurements are the foundation of garments that fit well. So it just basically means that if you want your garment or your style to fit well, to sit well on you or your clients, you need a tape measure to get accurate measurements. Then the second one is fabric scissors. These scissors are for fabric only. You don't want to use them on paper because it can make it dull over time. So if you want to cut your paper, you want to cut on paper, you need to have your paper scissors different from the fabric scissors. Then we have the tailor's chalk. The tailor's chalk helps you mark your fabric, your measurements. It helps you to mark your measurements. The markings are temporary and they guide you while cutting and sewing. Then you have the pin. The pins help to hold your fabrics together before sewing. It holds them together even while you are cutting so that everything is organized and not out of place. Then we have needles. Different fabrics require different needles. We'll learn more about this in future lessons, right? Then the thread, of course, you need to take thread or choose threads that suits your fabric. Good quality threads help create stronger seams and smoother stitching. So you need to know your threads too, right? And then we have seam reaper. I'm very sure people are wondering that if you're an Agba tailor, let's use that word. What are you doing with the seam reaper? My dear, don't play. Every sewist, no matter how experienced, uses a seam reaper. In fact, let me shock you, some use bleed, right? Some even use their hand, right? The reason is because making mistakes is part of learning, right? We've even seen beautiful designs come out of mistakes. So this simple tool called seam ripper helps you remove stitches neatly, right? It helps you remove stitches neatly. And then of course you need your iron. Ironing makes your garments look cleaner, more professional. It helps you to iron out the creases and the edges even before cutting. So yes, you need iron. So I know someone is wondering, will I be able to learn sewing? How are we going to go about it? This is a practical skill. How does she want to do that on YouTube? Well, the answer is yes. With patience and consistent practice, yes, you can learn sewing, even the Nigerian style, right? But one thing I want you to keep or have in mind is don't compare your first stitches with someone else's years of experience. Focus on learning one skill at a time. Be patient, practice consistently, and you get to that place you want to get to as regards sewing and fashion. Because every straight seam you sew, every measurement you take, and every mistake you correct is helping you become a better tailor, is helping you become a better sewist. So yes, we have come to the end of the lesson for today. Congratulations on completing lesson 1 of module 1. In our next lesson, we'll begin exploring the sewing machine itself. We are going to learn about the different types of machines, their basic functions, and why understanding your machine It's one of the most important steps in becoming confident at sewing. If you found this lesson helpful, subscribe please to ÀṣọEl-emet Academy and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next class. Now remember I told you that this is an academy, it is a sewing classroom, right? So your homework for lesson 1 is for you to gather your sewing tools. Create a clean sewing space. Write down any tools you still need, and then in the comment section, I need you to write and share what inspired you to start learning sewing. I need you to share what inspired you to start learning sewing. And until our next class, next lesson, remember, patience and consistent practice will get you to where you want to be as a tailor or fashion designer. Bye.